So I'm going to go ahead and share my quiz for those of you all who were with us last week. Rita, can you check Facebook because I can't get on there to see who's on there. Hi, everyone joining us from Facebook. We don't want to leave you out because you absolutely were a very vital part of last week. If you're on Facebook, if you can just check in and tell us where you're watching us from. You know, like I'm in Northwest DC, I'm in Anaheim, California, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. Just, you know, check in on Facebook and let us know where you are watching us from. If you're not from the local area here in the DC, even if you are, if you could check in if you're on the live webinar and let us know where you are watching us from, that would be great as well.
All righty.
Okay, so here we go, everybody. Here we go. It's what time is it, Rita?
It's Friday.
It's Fed Friday. Financial Fed Friday.
Dance with me, y'all. Dance with me. Come on. I know y'all some of y'all from DC.
I know. This is our look. Friday morning move company. The end of the week. Information, and we're gonna have some fun. That's one thing we're gonna do. We're gonna give you some good information. But we also want to have some time while we're doing it.
We can't hear you, darling. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me? You know what?
Girl, that music was too loud. You know folks at work. Why are you trying to get them called out?
I know, and I apologize for that. I just get excited sometimes, y'all. I get excited.
I'm sorry, too, because I didn't exercise. I was just trying to get something in. Sorry.
Yes, good morning, Tawana from Washington, D.C. I appreciate you checking in. Has anybody checked in on Facebook, Rita?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, just check in real quick, Facebook followers, and let us know where you're calling from. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us again today for another installment of Financial Fed Fridays. And in this webinar, what we strive to do is just as soon as, you know, of course, can't get my screen to advance again. I got to do. And it's a new year and a new start. So that's what we're doing. And we started off going over, you know, we did a financial quiz for our Financial Fed Fridays. And we meet here every Friday at 10 a.m. and we're broadcasting live on Facebook. Hi, Facebook. And what we're doing with these Financial Fed Friday series is that we're just pulling back the curtains and giving you an in-depth understanding of not only your federal benefits, but if you're in private industry, just some very good financial savings tips on just how to handle and manage your money and giving you the best retirement and investment options. Also, if you have people that you feel this would be beneficial to, which is everyone who is working, in my humble opinion, then please have them to register for this wonderful webinar at www.ritabrolandevents.com and have them to follow us and like us on our Facebook page, Your AB Solutions. So we're just helping you this series for this year just to understand your benefits, your money, your spending habits, tying that all into our emotions because our emotions affect how we spend our money. And we're doing that so we can help you reach your financial destination. So this is going to be very general in nature as we go because we have a lot of people that are watching that are in different steps in their, you know, career retirement planning. So it's going to be very general in nature. However, without individual knowledge of your specific situation, we can't individualize the presentation. But what we can do is if you call us or email us, reach out to us, we can individualize a program just for you. And we would love to have the opportunity to be of service to you and your family. So please accept this information as general in nature. And however, as I said, we would be more than happy to sit down with you on an individual basis to craft a plan for you. And just because you're not in the metropolitan area, that does not mean we can't work with you. Because just like we're reaching out to you over the computer, over internet connection, as long as we have the internet or even a telephone, we can work with you. So thank you so much for joining us. So last week, I'm excited. I hope you are. Last week, we did the What Color Is Your Money quiz. And as we said, you're wondering, like, what do colors have to do with the money, and why do you have one? So just to recap, the amount of money that we earn, save, and spend is driven by our personality and our beliefs, which in turn drive our choices. So in short, our money reflects our overall personality, our lifestyle, and our values. The personality results, they're divided into 5 colors. Now, last week we took the quiz. If you were not on last week and you did not get the quiz, reach out to us. We'll send it to you, because today we're going to be going over the results. I know last week we couldn't finish, but this week we're going to do it. So the 5 personality colors are green. If you're growth, green stands for the green growth machines, or you're blue. That's the cautious saver. The yellow, you're happy spenders. The gray, you're conservative and you're content. And then we have the red. Those are the debtors. Now, last week we had 10 questions and they were numbered A through E. And you tallied up your results, so you would know if you had more A's. Then I'm going to go over, if you have more A's, what is that? If you have more B's, and so forth. And that will determine which of these 5 personality colors you fall into. Are y'all ready? If you're ready, type in, say ready. They're not ready, reading. I don't have no ready. Anybody on Facebook put ready?
No, I think they are, though. I think they ready. I got some readies. Kathy says she's ready. Sheridan's ready. Tawana's ready. Yeah, they ready. All right. They said you left them with a cliffhanger last week. They don't want that.
Yes. So now, here are the results. If you have more A's, then you are green. Your personality color is green for the growth machines. If you have B's, if you are a B, most of your answers were B, then you are the blue cautious saver. Now, if you are C, you have more C's, you are yellow, the happy spender. Now, if you have more D's, you're gray, the conservative and content. And for those of you that have more E's, you are red, the debtors. So now, we're getting ready to go over, what do all of these things mean? What does it mean to be a green growth machine, a cautious saver, a happy spender, content and cautious, or the debtor? So Rita, why don't you take it from here?
All righty. So now, just so that you know, this is what I'm not sure if you guys can recall from last week. We said today you may be one thing, and whatever you are today, it may be something that you don't like. So when I first took it, I was a debtor. So what it does is that we're doing this at the beginning of the year. Our whole purpose to help you to see who you are, and then so that as you go through 2018, you begin to shift and to change and to save and to do all of those things that help move you to the level where you would like to be. So as this green tree, you guys are the growth machine. So what it means that you make money and you're consciously aware of your money and always eager to invest and to build wealth. These people, all they think about is investments and making some more money. You rarely get discouraged from making investments due to the lack of funds, because you can easily borrow the money to fund the business idea. So you don't mind taking out a loan if it's for something you believe that's going to make you more money. You mainly spend money on things that can produce income, which is a good thing, and you eagerly anticipate the day when you can earn enough money, as Robert Kiyosaki say, that your investments are making enough money to cover your expenses. But you must, however, be careful to avoid piling up debts for businesses that may not succeed. And so one of these people, and it's interesting, you may find yourself in 2 categories. So I was a debtor, and I also was a green machine in my ideas of thinking that I would be willing to give up all of my money to invest in a business. So you got to be careful too. You should endeavor to set aside some funds and safe assets and to seek some expert advice. One of the things that we don't do enough, we don't get mentors, we don't ask for professionals who know the business to help us. We do everything on our own. And so when you make that decision, seek someone who may know a little bit more than you. And you should always add a little sunlight to your life by taking some breaks and living to enjoy the present time, and don't always think about the future. So when I was away, I don't know if many of you know, after Christmas, my anniversary is the 28th, and then of course is New Year's Eve. So I went away for a week. And even though it wasn't about money, anything that you're an extreme to, you need to find a way to come back. So I'm always working. I got a schedule on Sunday, I got a schedule every day of the week. So here I am on vacation. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And I heard the Lord say, I thought you was on vacation. Take a break. And so I went on my Kindle, downloaded James Patterson book, Roses Are Red, and I read all 400 pages that week. That's all I did was relax and read. And it felt good. So for you spenders, maybe go and enjoy yourself, smell the roses, and enjoy life while you can, as opposed to always trying to make money. Now, dear Bluebird, you shop only when necessarily and rarely use your credit card. That's not a bad thing. People think you're a miser and a cheapskate. I know a few of those too. And you would like to find things of life, but you are not excessive or extravagant. You are not easily swayed by the latest trends, the best car. What you're concerned with is making sure you got enough money and a healthy bank statement balance, which you consider the guarantee of your financial security. But most of you bluebirds try to maintain a budget. You set financial goals and you believe in having control of your financial situation. You tend to be a little hard on yourself if you stray a bit from your financial plans. Although you save money, your investment habits largely dictated by fear. And anything we know is dictated by fear is not good. And you are risk averse when it comes to investing because you hate the fact that you want to lose some money. And so for you, you may want to think about how much money can that I'm willing to afford to lose and put that at risk. And you may want to invest in some stock. You're afraid of the stock market crashes. You're afraid the real estate going to burst in the bubble. And you just don't want to fail. And you want to make sure that your funds are safe. Your biggest fears include being broke and in debt. And those are some serious fears, especially as we reach retirement. Two things we don't want is to be broke and in debt. But relax your
Absolutely.
grip. That's right. Dolly was like, relax your grip, blues. You would not get rich by keeping your money idle or underneath your pillow. It can't make scared money can't make any money. You should consider investing more of your savings outside of your comfort zone in order to create the wealth and the financial security that really will secure you, especially if you're relatively young. We're not saying go spend all of the money, but take a portion of it that you're willing to maybe put at some risk so that you can create some more wealth. As long as you review your investments options and carefully seek advice from experts, you should be fine. You should also borrow a little leaf from the yellow friends by indulging some time to time. Spend some extra money on yourself. Go get a massage, go on a nice vacation, give to some charity. And it's all right to get yourself some new clothes and maybe a car if you choose to. So we want to make sure that you have some fun with your money. So when you leave here, your family don't get a chance just to spend it all. You want to enjoy some of it for yourself. And if you don't want to spend some, just call me and put me on your wheel. I'm okay with that.
That's DARLENE.
I said me. Don't be trying to take my family. Don't be trying to take my family. Dear yellow flower, money is a symbol of life, happiness, and enjoyment for you. It's like the sunshine that brightens up a room. When you think about money, you think about the fine things it can help you buy today. I understand that. You think money can solve almost all your problems, and even if you see it as you see it as a relationship smooth. Me and Jenkins, at one point, we have maybe been trained that money can just take care of everything, right? You
Yep.
must not necessarily be in debt, but lack of money doesn't stop you from enjoying the good things in life. Instead, you may work extra hours, you may take some shifts to afford those nice things that you want. You may have a budget, but you will alter it if you need to buy you something cool. You know what? Let me just deduct from here and add it over here. We always tweaking that budget. Sometimes we tweak it for the wrong thing. You love the good things in life and believe that if you work hard, you should be able to play harder. That was our mantra. Like we work hard, we playing
Work
harder.
hard, play harder. Right,
Although you may not necessarily take loans to buy your fixes, you can clear your savings and put off investing income and generating assets to buy new cars, designer shoes and clothes and things like that you live for today. So, flower, perhaps you should take some of your passion and apply it into saving and investing. So just like you're all pumped up about the new car, the new house, traveling, take some of that same passion and make a decision to start to save and invest. Once you consider savings and investment fund and a guarantee of your luxuries for your enjoyment today and in the future, then you'll be more inclined. Because what happens is that the people who spend for today, you're not thinking about tomorrow. Well, we're saying take some of that money, invest it so that you may be able to spend now and in the future future. And you must be careful too. You must, however, be careful when investing, and don't rely on the whims and desires when making a decision. And I tell you guys, Darlene and my other friend Sophia used to get on me all the time because I'm one of those people who I see some, I go. I ain't doing a whole bunch of, I'm just, let's go, let's go. And so
Yep.
I'm learning how to slow down and to take my time and to really study and to read and to make sure and not just move out of my emotions and my, because I'm like this, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to get paid. And they're like, they've taught me how to slow down some. So seek advice from some trusted companions and experts. And they don't have to necessarily be an expert, it could just be a good friend who you know who thinks like the way you would like to think. Ask them what do they think about this or what you should do.
Mhm.
Try to get more organized with your financials by building a budget to ensure that you spend less than you earn so that you don't pile up any debts. And of course, you still want to continue to have some fun and enjoy the fine things of life. You just got to plan for it. When I sit down with my clients in your budget, everybody that knows as a budget, I don't take anything away. I had a client who was spending $1,000 on vacation and fun, but she only had $100 going to her savings. I think something's wrong with that. So how about we switch it and put $600 into your savings and $500 into your vacation so that when you reach retirement you can still go on a vacation. If you're not saving, then you won't be able to, that whole thing for you, your life stops. The next one is that gray goose. When you think about money, among the things that come to mind for you are evil and stress associated. You know how some people just, money is the root of evil. You desire the basic comfort from which include humility and politeness, and you don't want these to be compromised by money. You are religious and you see too much money as an easy road to hell, so you stay away from chasing big riches as much as you can. And for all of those Christians on the line, we're not saying all Christians are great gooses. We're just saying there are people that think like this and that they don't believe they believe money to be evil. You are content in having just enough money to survive because anything more than that may corrupt you. You're unlikely to consider investing in any windfall that may come your way, fear of getting too rich and out of control. So you would just rather keep a little for yourself and your loved ones and give any extra to charitable causes. Now, not a bad thing. Why? Why? Because we need some grays in the world. You need investors. Last week I
Absolutely.
was at TD Jakes, Bishop TD Jakes was at First Baptist of Glenard, and he was talking about businesses, and I was there. And what he said is that um, he was telling the Christians that we need to be more business like Christians, and that the business people need to be more like Christians. So we need to merge the two because businesses, you want good, ethical people that you do
Absolutely.
business with. And I believe
Yep.
that we're ethical and we're good people. And I truly do believe in the principles of God. So you want to make
Yep.
sure that you have ethical business people who invest in your property. So you would be a good person because we know that you're going to do it right. You're going to make sure people are treated fairly. And so it's important for us to have you around. You are potentially a good person to do business with because you deal fairly with your counterparty. So we know that we can trust you to do the right thing. You should
Hmm.
consider the good you do for yourself and the world by investing in businesses that align with your value. So if you don't believe in hair, you don't want to go out and sell hair. But if you do believe in being healthy, you may want to find a product or whatever it is. Align what you spend your money with your values. I think if you took our class, there's a sheet that we talk about your values. How do you spend your money? Do they align with your values for your life? And the last one is them red riders. These are my people. I don't really ride with them no more, but it says your relationship with money is not determined by reality in most cases. You don't think too much about your financial issues because you don't want to live within the boundaries of financial constraints. Most red riders could not be bothered by keeping a budget or signing up for an employer sponsored retirement plan. That is way too far in the future and you ain't going to worry about it. You may find yourself spending more money than you earn, struggling to keep up with your debt obligation. You would pay your bills as you go. And for me, you guys, this was an issue. I just felt like I was young. I can always make this money. I can always hustle. I can always hustle. And then sometimes you guys know my story. I had a house back in 2001. My mortgage then was $4,753.51 in 2001. But when I sold it, by the time I had refinanced and got a little money out. It had gone to $5,000. This is in 2003 and 4. I'm paying $5,000 for a mortgage that I could not afford. And so, of course, thank you for the Lord. He told me to sell it. But that's what happens, that we so busy trying to live and just enjoy it that we blow our money. So we actually are hurting ourselves by not paying attention to our finances. My budget told me I couldn't do it, but because I wanted that house so bad, I was willing to forget the budget and close my eyes. Although you'll see, like, I don't see the budget, I don't see the budget. And although you see taking care of your financial life as some type of shackle, being careless about it actually elongates your jail term. Yes, it is truly jail, because when I moved out that house into an apartment, I felt like I was a free slave. And I don't know what it was like to be a slave, but I know what it's like to have this noose on your neck that every month, I feel like that 5,000 was due every day. It's like, I just paid this 5,000 mortgage. Why is it here again already? And so you just don't want to be like that. Collectors may not be disturbing you with phone calls today, but they soon will start calling you if you don't change your ways by laying a solid foundation for your financial future today. The good news is that you got a great potential and are able to turn things around if you begin planning to seek good advice. And some people say, Rita, but it's too late for me. I'm in my 50s. I'm almost 60. But you know what, though? We're not dying anymore at 65. We're living till we're 85 and 90. What if it takes you the next 5 years to get debt free, or the next 10, so that your last 15 to 20 years on this earth, you can have at least some peace when it comes to your finances? Is it worth it to you? Taking immediate steps today to become aware of your income and your expenses, maintaining a budget, gradually paying off your debts without adding more. Try to cut up your luxuries and unnecessary expenses by thinking deeply before making plans to spend. Let me know, because truly, you guys, I've had everything. I've had the IRS seize all of my accounts. I've had my card repossessed. I've sold a house so it wouldn't be foreclosed. I know what it's like to have 20 charge cards and into debt of my eyeballs owing the IRS, and I'm no longer a red rider. So I can definitely tell you, contact us so we can help you. It's not the end of the world.
Nope.
It's how you can become free. And we don't need to be enslaved to something that we were not designed to be slaves to.
Exactly. And now that if you recognize that, hey, I am a red rider, and to know that there are other people like Rita and myself who were red riders and now we're not, that is hope right there, because G.I. Joe always said, knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Maybe I just dated myself, but
that's okay. I sang with you, so I didn't date myself, even though
exactly.
I'm younger than you. Go ahead.
Whatever. And like Rita said, it all starts with a budget, and we can definitely help you with that.
So we just want you to, I love this, is that we're planning is bringing the future into the present so you can do something about it now. So wherever you are today, planning allows you to bring that future to the now. And so I'm always planning for the old Rita. Part of changing who I was and not eating out all the time and not shopping. I don't even care about clothes no more, y'all. I need to buy a suit. I done had the money set aside for a month and a half. Had not gone to get the suit. The old Rita would have bought that suit and 4 more when I was in the store, because I was a impulse buyer. So just be ready to make some changes. It's not the end of the world, but we're ready to get 2018 off to a good start. We're going to do some good things this year. We're going to really talk about your budget, and we want you to know what's right for you. And it all depends. So everybody on this call, reach out to us, send us a message, call our office, and that we can help get your finances in order. And one thing, Donnie, we're going to tell you just a little bit. Next week, we're going to have Mr. Terrence Hawkins on, and he's going to be talking to us about taxes and making sure you understand the changes, because some of these changes look like they can be some smoke and mirrors, and he's going to help us to dig deep so we can understand how it affects us in terms of our retirement, the mortgages and savings and all those things that can have an impact on us. Because what they say is that in the next 4 to 5 years, the middle class is going to really be in trouble. So we need to understand it today so that we can plan for when that day does come. And we're going to be talking about everything that helps you create more wealth and how we can help you do that. Anything else?
No, that's everything. We're having Terrence Hawkins on. You took a survey. You were kind enough to do our survey at the end of last presentation last year, and these are some of the topics that we're going over. How does the new tax law affect you? We're going to be getting into estate plan and all of these topics that you requested. That is what we're bringing to you, and that's why Terrence is going to be on next week. So you want to make sure you tune back in next week to hear how this is going to affect you. We'll probably have him on again a little later, but we want to get your feet wet, get your mind going so that you are prepared for what's coming. For those of you out there like myself who have children in college that are over the age of 16, you are going, it's not good for us. It's no longer good for us what the new tax law is doing, because we don't get to claim that new child tax credit because our children are over 16, nor do we get to write off that loan debt. So in a lot of cases, our taxes are going to be going up, not going down. So Mr. Hawkins next week is going to be on here. You want to come back. You want to bring your friends with you if you have any questions or concerns about this new tax law and how it's going to be affecting you. This is something you do not want to miss next week. So thank you so much for joining us for another Fed Friday. If you have any questions, please type them in right now. We will send you out next week. You'll get it on Monday. The answers to the quiz, if you were, the green growth machine, the blue, what was the blue, Rita? The bluebird. I know you were a bluebird. The yellow happy spender, the red debtor, or the gray cautious and content. So you'll get that email just as you got the answers to the questions for the quiz, just so you can keep it as a reference, so you can track your progress as we go through the year and see, how we have, how we're help shaping your color of your personality. Rita, do you have anything else?
No, I just want to say a thank you to Tope, who actually wrote the book and shared this concept with us.
Yes.
We really enjoy it. So just wanted to give a shout out to her. She's doing big things. She's actually in Nigeria now, Lagos, doing a conference for the CEO. So she's doing big things, and she'll be on too sometime during this year. She would be, hopefully the first quarter, we'll have her on as well.
Okay. So thank you all. Rita, is there anyone on Facebook that has a question?
Nobody has questions on Facebook. They just saying hello, that they was ready, but they don't have any questions unless some come up. Anything on Facebook, y'all? Going once, going twice. I think they gone.
All right. Well, thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure as always, and we will look forward to seeing you back here next Friday at 10 a.m. on the broadcast. And when you come, bring one. We look forward to seeing you then. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye. Somebody had a question. Sheridan, thank you. Have a weekend. Going to review my budget this weekend. That's right, Sheridan.
Okay, I think that's it. Thanks, everyone.